Oh, say, can you see why the shoulder delights? What so proudly revealed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the pearl of the sky, for the ramparts reward were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets had run above bursting Eden, straight through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, Jesus, that star-spangled banner yet waves, for the flag of the free and the home of the brave.
Selinsgrove Seals.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mount Carmel Area High School Red Tornado Football. Tonight, the opening game of the 2008 football campaign finds the Red Tornadoes here at the venerable Silver Bowl to take on an old foe in a new place in the schedule and in a brand new league. A lot of new things happening in this 2008 campaign. We'll do everything we can to keep you up to speed. The Red Tornadoes have taken the field. They're waiting for the Selinsgrove Seals, their opponent tonight, to take the field with them. Of course, the Seals, many of you know, and Wayne, you and I have always made that 10th game of the season, always have been the 10th game. They are now the first game in the new aligned Heartland Conference, so we'll get to take the Seals on a little earlier than maybe you want to.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you look at the history of the Seals, especially at the beginning of the season like this, they are a little vulnerable to being knocked off. We've seen Danville do it a number of times at the beginning of the season, but always a tough opponent. You don't want to meet them the 10th game of the season like we had. They always build upon week by week. These two teams coming in here are laden pretty much with some great experience. The Tornadoes come in with a lot of seniors. We haven't seen this number of seniors in quite a few years.
25.
And of course, Selinsgrove, the Seals are doing the same thing. Of course, bringing on one of the names that we've seen that's been a little straw that broke the camel's back, and that's a Lover in the backfield. We've seen Lover a number of times, brothers, of course, but the Tornadoes coming in with some chances here of having a fantastic season, especially with the experience that we bring on in the field this year. We haven't done this in quite some time.
Well, we talked about it at Supper Club last night, and we actually couldn't remember the last time that 25 seniors are taking the field to open the season up. So, I mean, everything for the Red Tornadoes looks good that way. The Seals, a little bit less as far as people coming back. They've had some holes to plug. They are starting a brand new quarterback. But I think the real story with the Seals has been the off-season turmoil in their coaching staff. Of course, a long-time Hall of Fame coach, Bill Scott, not on the sidelines, resigned as a result of those problems that happened in the offseason. And a new coach, Dave Hess, has taken over the SEAL program there in Selinsgrove. So, although from what we understand last night, we don't expect to see a lot of difference.
No.
They're gonna do the same eye back, full backfield, split back a little bit. There's the quarterback, not so much a sprint out as we had always seen with Decker in the previous 3 years. But this kid his last name is Briggs, if that rings the bell. He's the son of the head coach at Susquehanna, so his football pedigree is well endowed there. So we'll see what he can do. But he is new. They do bring back both guys, Lover, as you spoke about, and there's a number 22 you want to look for, and that's Cameron Benner. Now, we did not see Benner much last year. He got hurt and had an abbreviated year, but very highly touted as he went into the year and was doing very well until the injury. So those two guys will be carrying the bulk of the mail for the Selinsgrove Seals. The Red Tornadoes, of course, offensively open up. Marcus Wasilewski starting his fourth and final year for the Red Tornadoes. Passed for almost 1,700 yards last year. Expect a big year out of him. There'll be a bit of a revamped backfield. You'll see Julius Demetrius in there. You're going to see a couple of different guys. You're going to see DeMarco in there. You're going to see Myrick Lamb in there. A freshman's going to play in there once in a while. So it's going to be an interesting backfield combination for the Red Tornadoes. But again, they're going to rely a lot on the pass this year, as that's where the receivers are, and that, of course, where you have Washaleski. So probably a little bit different look at how they're going to go about this game. From the Seal side, they'll try to run. From the Red Tornado side, they'll try to pass. Now, it's been a dreary day here at Mount Carmel. It is raining on and off, not heavy, but drizzling enough to make it miserable. And we'll see if that affects the Red Tornado passing game. A big crowd here despite the weather conditions. And again, as I said, and we'll be talking about this throughout the year, the opening game of the Heartland Conference, the first time in Mount Carmel area is 112 years of football. We're in a bona fide football conference for the first time. So
we're not an independent anymore.
This will be interesting. Number 69, the Seals wearing different uniforms for the first time in a long time. They've changed their uniforms. Brandon Ungst, 69, will do the kickoff duties for the Red Tornadoes. For the Seals, down for the Red Tornadoes. You have DeMarco down there. You have Pulowski in the middle, and over on the side is the freshman I talked about, number 24, Myrick Lamb. We are seconds away here from letting it rip. The Seals signify that they are ready. They go into a huddle, which is you don't see very often on a kickoff. But they've huddled up and now get ready to do the honors. And here it is, the 2008 campaign underway. The ball will go down the middle to Pulowski at the 10-yard line. Pulowski has himself a head of steam. Pulowski breaks loose and up over the 35, out to the 37-yard line is Pulowski. The Red Tornadoes start in good field position.
Anthony Hawk, number 6 for the Selinsgrove Seals, making the final hit there.
Well, 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes, first offensive series of the season here as Washaleski trots into the huddle. Of course, Steck, the center, he's been there 4 years. He and Washaleski have been that tandem. And he'll leave Demetrius as the lone back in the backfield. Behind him, he goes to pass. Immediately, he finds Moroz at the 40, and Moroz comes up the sideline. He'll be taken up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 8 yards on the play.
Nice safe pass. I always like when coach calls these Moroz to the outside, Pulowski to the outside. If the ball's overthrown, it's out of bounds. You catch the ball 5 yards down off the line of scrimmage and hope for the best. This case here, he picks up an extra 3 yards for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, it brings up 2nd down, and let's call it 3, where they place the ball down at. And again, and this time it's Demetrius. Demetrius was hit in the backfield, but broke loose. Demetrius is down the sideline, and Demetrius in Seal territory down at the Seal 31-yard line. So Demetrius, Julius, gets stopped in the backfield by both. 2 Seals hit him. He eludes both of them and scants down the sideline for a big gain. And the Red Tornadoes are in business, and now when they place the ball, it's right at the 30. So it's 1st and 10 for the Red Tornadoes at the Seal 30-yard line.
What you're going to see with Demetrius this year is he's bringing on a lot of strength. Off-season, he hit the weights quite a bit, and he's going to be a lot stronger this year than he was last year.
Now we go into that eye back, and now it's Pulowski. Pulowski trying to find some room on the outside, and he's not going to find much. In fact, he's going to lose a yard on the play. There's a whole host of Selinsgrove tacklers down there. The guy that got off the very bottom, the last guy up here is let me see if we can get his number, is 35 for the Seals. And that is on my Josh Moore getting off the bottom of the pile there. So a loss of actually 2 yards on the play where they put it down. It'll bring up 2nd down and 12 now for the Red Tornadoes as Moroz brings the play into the huddle.
Tornadoes mixing up a little bit. Flat pass, go to the fullback, off tackle, and then trying to get around the end with the tailback.
All right, it's trips right out of the shotgun, and Moroz, and he couldn't hold on a little bit high. He was covered down there by number 33, Matt Weinrich for the Seals. It'll bring up 3rd and 12 now for the Red Tornadoes.
Pavleski that time downfield, about the 10-yard line. Nobody was on him. It seems like they're covering Moroz a little bit more.
Penalty on the play. It looks like it'll go against the Red Tornadoes. It looks like a illegal motion penalty. So it'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down and 17 now if they accept it. And they're thinking about it here, and I'm going to see if they do or not. And my guess is they're going to. And they do. So second down now and 17, the ball back at the Red Tornado 37-yard line. And the Red Tornadoes will go back into that I with Demetrius in front of Pulowski. They fake it, and it's Pulowski, and Pulowski picking up nice yardage. Inside the 30, down to the Seal 26-yard line, where it'll be third down now and about 6 on a nice pickup by Pulowski.
Yeah, great blocking that time by the interior line of the Tornadoes. Selinsgrove brought their middle linebacker up and set him down in a down position in the slot off between guard and tackle, and we picked the blocking up perfectly right there.
Kovaleski brings the play into the Red Tornado huddle as they break, and it'll be Washleski out of the shotgun on the 3rd and 6 with Demetrius standing next to him in the backfield. We have a trips heavy formation out to the right. Washleski has plenty of time. He finds Moroz at the 20, and Moroz is going to pick up the first down. It's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes at the Seal 19-yard line. Getting off the bottom of that pile again is 35 for the Seals, and that is Moore. And also with somebody 33 down, or 33 down, it was Weinrich.
Washleski looking not for the big chunk of yardage here. He looked all the way to Moroz for that first down. It was a nice pass, double teamed in the middle of the field.
So 1st and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. An impressive opening drive here. 9:35 remaining here in the first quarter play at the Silver Bowl. And now he'll come out in a split backfield, actually with Pulowski out in the slot, and Pulowski's in motion. And Pulowski again going to pick and choose, but not going to get around that corner. The initial penetration down that really screwed that play up was made by number 6, Anthony Hawk, for the Seals.
One thing that the Selinsgrove had brought on the field, especially towards the end of the season, was that aggressive, non-traditional defense. You know, they'd bring guys up, they'd put guys down. They seem to confuse the offense. It seems like, Coach has gotten away from that a little bit. In the first series, anyway, they haven't shown it.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. There were no pickup on the play. The Red Tornadoes again going in a right trips formation. Demetrius in the backfield. And they fake it, and this time penetration by the Seals blows that play up very early there. Number 55 actually was the guy that had the penetration, John Trago, and he blew the whole play up, and then he got some help, but that play went nowhere. It's now a loss of about a yard. It'll now bring up 3rd and 11 for the Red Tornadoes with the ball back at the 20, just inside the 20-yard line. Two guys wide right, one on the left on the short side of the field, and now Demetrius goes in motion. So everybody's out of the backfield, and it's Demetrius on the catch. And Demetrius will take it down to the 11-yard line. He did not get the first down. He's going to be short. He's right around the 11. He needs to get to it looks like just inside the 10. So it's about 2 yards away now, the way it looks. It's 4th and 2 from the Seal 12-yard line, just inside the 12.
Tornadoes had tried to catch the Seals overloading the right-hand side by sending Demetrius out into the flat like that. Seals were staying in a 3-man rush, and they stay in a 3-man rush.
All right, it trips out to the left of the formation now. Demetrius will stay in the backfield, and the Seals showed a blitz, but it looks like somebody from the Red Tornadoes is going to move on that play. That's going to bring up a tough 4th down. If it's a 5-yard against the Red Tornadoes, we'll wait and see. It's delay of game, a costly delay of game penalty here, and you're going to see those in that first game all the time. That's where you're trying to work some of those kinks out. So it'll bring the ball back out to around the 17-yard line now, where it's 4th down and just over 7 yards. They've got to get just inside the 10.
Brings up a 4th and 8.
Quinn McCracken, number 89, goes in for the Tornadoes.
Also have Demko in there, number 29 now. Those two guys go split out left. Demetrius standing next to Washleski. You have a tight end in the game. Demetrius picks up the first play, but it's going downhill. And the Red Tornadoes will turn the ball over to the Seals here. Big pressure in there by number 33. Again, Matt Weinrich for the Seals. He's having a great opening series on defense for the Selinsgrove Seals. So the Seals take over on offense here. They'll take over the ball at their own 17-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Number 8, the quarterback, Briggs. He's the new guy in this lineup. Again, look at number 22, Cameron. And, of course, the big guy that's going to come in there is Laver. And he's 45. Split backfield for the Seals, and it's Laver. Laver brought down in there very quickly by Kowaleski and number 6 down there, Clokus, Justin Clokus, the linebacker. Now 28 is starting the game in there at the running back for the Seals, and that's Kyle Reinhardt. So it is not Brenner, as we said. Right. It looks like Reinhardt, at least in the initial part of this series here. He's the tailback. Laver, 45, shows up as the fullback there. Briggs puts everybody out now to his right in the formation. And again, it goes to Reinhardt this time, and Reinhardt's going to get knocked down about the 22-yard line. It's number 42 for the Red Tornadoes. Sean McCullum, the other linebacker, brings him down.
Now, they said Sean McCullum stepped it up this year. You know, he had a good season last year, but they said, you know, with the preseason, the 2 preseason games, he's really come into his own in that linebacker position.
Brings up a 3rd down and 6 now for the Seals. 6:24 remaining in the first quarter of play. Briggs will bring him up. He's under center again, and this is a split backfield now. Long count for the Seals, and he's going to roll and throw, and he's going to be taken down big time down there. Let me see who gets off the bottom. I can't tell who 65. It was. 65 for the Red Tornadoes coming off the bottom of that pile, and that is Trevor Demko. So Demko brings them down, and the Seals will have to punt on their initial offensive series of the year.
And it looks like just from that series that the Selinsgrove Seals are just a straight dive team right at this point in the season. The immaturity of the quarterback, of course, on that rollout was a little bit too close to the line of scrimmage and taken down right away by Demko.
Who was back there? Is that Briggs' kick? Or is that 18?
The punter is Reinhardt.
Or Reinhardt?
45. Oh.
28. 28 is Reinhardt. It's 28. Myrick Lamb, the freshman, now on the reverse, and Lamb looks upfield, and Lamb will take it into Seal territory down at the Seal 45-yard line, where it's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes.
That's
the
how
kicker is
important.
Reinhardt, 28.
Yes.
He's also the running back.
One block, that's all he needed right there.
So the Red Tornadoes, it's going their way so far here. No score, but they've been doing very well on offense and now open this series in Seal territory at the 45-yard line.
Number 22, Cameron Benner on the stop.
Washaleski is going to hand it off to Pulowski, and Pulowski trying to turn the corner. He'll pick up a couple of yards as they ran into each other.
Yeah, it looked like a miscue. I don't know where Pulowski was trying to hit to the outside when he was supposed to be following Demetrius up off tackle that time.
So bring 2nd down and 8 up for the Red Tornadoes.
Picked up 2, though.
High formation with Demetrius in front of Pulowski for the Red Tornadoes. Morose wide left in the formation. And he goes to Morose, and Morose stumbled on the slick grass, and it goes incomplete. It'll bring 3rd down and 8. Tried to make his cut, and he slipped a little bit and got him out of position from where Marcus threw the ball.
Yeah, Ryan Kaiser, number 5 for the Seals, had covered that play very close. He was playing a good coverage that time.
And the 24 trots into the lineup again. That is Lamb, the freshman. And I said you'll hear a lot of good things about him in the years to come. He was very highly talked about last night at Supper Club as one of the up-and-comers. And as a freshman, it's hard to break this senior lineup, and he's in there. So Pulowski goes in motion. We fake it to Pulowski. Look downfield. Plenty of time. And the receiver goes down, Morose.
Morose went down, but it looks like Washileski tried to force it a little bit too much. He put it in front of him maybe about 5 yards into the ground.
Well, it brings up 4th down, and the Red Tornadoes will elect to punt the ball. Washileski in punt formation now for the Red Tornadoes.
And 25 handfuls.
Ball's going to go down to number 5, Kaiser, who lets it go. And the Red Tornadoes, it bounces dead at the 9-yard line. Sorry, that was Dope. No, I'm sorry, that was number 5. Kaiser was the guy who was in front of it. He had no play.
No.
He had to leave it hit the ground, and he did the right thing. And it goes down dead again. The field wet now, and you don't get as much bounce off it. The grass, actually the field will hold. The field has been dry a while, so the field can take a pretty good rain. But the grass is wet, and it's going to hold that ball from moving around too much. So 1st and 10 for the Seals in the shadow of their own goalpost at the 9-yard line. Lawver in front of Reinhardt in that I formation. He's got one guy split left, one guy right. And we go to the short guy, and he's going to be brought down there by number 64 for the Red Tornadoes, and that's John Long.
We've seen John Long last year put a lot of time into that nose guard position and really, again, taking over that position and makes a great play.
The Seals not particularly big on offense.
No,
they're not, and that's their kind of their trademark, is they don't have real big offensive line. And you can see that there's no real big guy across that offensive line right now.
That's what wore us down last year.
2nd down now and 9 for the Seals. That was a 1-yard gain. And Briggs now gives it to Reinhardt as he was the second guy through. And Reinhardt picks some yardage up over the 25 to the 26-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Seals.
Kyle Savitsky making the tackle there.
Kyle Savitsky. Brings up a 3rd and 2 for Selinsgrove.
3rd and maybe a long 2 where they finally set it down at.
Goins James coming in, number 50 for the Tornadoes.
17-yard line.
3:10 here and playing in the first quarter here at the Silver Bowl. Again, that I formation for the Seals. And this time, a pass to number 45 down there.
Ball's out.
Ball is fumbled, and it's going to be recovered by the Red Tornadoes. Lawver was the guy that received it. He made a nice run, but he bobbled the ball at the end, and that is a fumble and a recovery for the Red Tornadoes.
On the 50-yard line. Great pursuit by the Tornadoes.
Who recovered the fumble?
There was a mass of kids trying to jump on
there
the ball.
There we go. You're seeing the replay of it, and I'm trying to see who got off the pile down there. You're right. There is a bunch of guys rolling. I don't know who it was. We'll try to get that for you from Jose, though, when we do the stats. I know he knows who it was. So the Red Tornadoes take over, and the ball just on the Red Tornado side of the 50-yard line, 1st and 10. Demetrius picks us some hard driving by Julius as he bangs it down to the 46-yard line. A hard 4 yards for the Red Tornadoes. Nice running by Julius Demetrius, number 28.
Steck and Goins leading the blocking that time for the interior line of the Tornadoes.
That brings up a 2nd and 7.
There's 2 animals right there, Steck and Goins. James worked very, very hard on the offseason.
Yeah, they all did. This is the best conditioned team we've seen in 5 or 6 years. Again, Demetrius, and he is running with a head of steam right now as he cracks down inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down, and they'll put it at the 44. So 3rd down and about 4 for the Red Tornadoes.
Jared Morgan, number 2 in for the Tornadoes. He brings the play in.
DeMarco in the backfield for the Red Tornadoes. Now he's at that fullback spot. They look down there and they see Morgan, and Morgan will pick up the first down. I'll see where they place him. He's on the Red Tornadoes sideline, but he's inside the 40. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Red Tornadoes. And they'll set the ball down. Let me see where he finally stops on the other side there. It looks like they're going to set the ball down to the 38-yard line.
Pick up. He was over about 2 yards on that. 2 yards over the first down, but you see the nice touch that Wasilewski has on that ball. Puts it right into the hands, right over the shoulder. Rose steps out of bounds. Or Morgan that time.
Again, DeMarco in the backfield as the fullback in this formation, but it'll go to Julius. And this time the Seals stop Julius dead there. Number 90 getting off the bottom of the pile for the Seals is Spencer Myers.
Demetrius on the carry, number 90.
Loss of about a yard.
Yep.
For the Tornadoes. And it looked that time like everybody went right and Demetrius went left.
Yeah,
and
didn't
left
have a lot of blocking in front of him there. I don't know if he went wrong or what happened there, or he just cut the other way too, depending what he sees. So it'll bring up 2nd down and actually about 11 on a yard loss on the play. Kovalevsky and Moroz out to the left in the formation. Pulowski out here right, and there's a I formation. Again, we go back to pass, and this time we're going to try to find Moroz. And he can't hold on. He was well covered down there by number 2, Justin Klein from the Seals.
But I'll tell you what, again, do you see Marcus putting that ball right
absolutely
on the spot? That was a timing pass, and you couldn't have gotten any better than that.
Just about 39 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of play here. Kevin Demko, number 29, trots in with the play for the Red Tornadoes on a 3rd and 11. Same exact formation as the play before. Wasilewski goes back again. He looks down. He's got Pulowski. This time Pulowski's open, but it's going to be intercepted by number 5, and that is Ryan Kaiser coming up the Seal sideline. And Kaiser on the interception. Pulowski on the stop finally.
He held back. He's their free safety, and he sat back.
He played that perfectly.
Yes,
he really did. That's what you want a free safety to do.
You bet. He sat back until the last minute, and then comes in and makes the interception.
So the Seals will take over 1st and 10 from their 33-yard line. Lauver in front of Reinhardt once again in that I formation. Reinhardt on the run, flag down, and Reinhardt's going nowhere. He'll gain nothing on the play. Number 42 getting off the bottom of the pile for the Red Tornadoes. McCullum along with, I didn't see the last guy getting up there. Okay, 42, and somebody helped out there.
Great pursuit that time by the Tornadoes. Strung it out. Linebacker comes up and makes the tackle.
Now, the way that flag came came from the backfield. I'm guessing that's against the Seals, and it is.
Illegal motion against Selinsgrove.
So the Red Tornadoes declined the penalty.
2nd down.
They'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
I would assume the thinking on this is that the
2nd down and 9. I'm surprised he declined that penalty.
Defensively, we've been doing a good job against the Seals run. The only play that was a little limelight there was Lauver coming out of the backfield for that pass, but he fumbled the ball anyway.
This time Briggs hands it to Reinhardt, and Reinhardt is tripped up. And actually, although 65 didn't know it, he actually made the tackle as he tripped over Trevor Demko's leg as he went by him and went down. And actually, he lost a little bit of yardage on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and almost 10 now. As I said, that's in Demko's place. That was being in the right place at the right time. As he was moving, he bumped right into him and knocked him down.
And that is the end of the first.
Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first quarter of play here at the Silver Bowl in Mount Carmel. The score, the Red Tornadoes 0. The Selinsgrove Seals 0. Seals come out now with a two-man wide, one guy, Reinhardt, in the slot, Lawver the lone back in the backfield, and Briggs will go back to throw, and he will look downfield and throws it at the coaching staff. So it'll be 4th down, and the Seals will have to punt again.
Yeah, and I think if anything is very, very obvious here, it's the inexperience of their quarterback. And they cannot open up the running game because they're not passing the ball at all. And the Tornadoes are doing an excellent job on the straight dive plays.
So Reinhardt is in. Now Reinhardt, again, the running back. He also does the punting duties for the Seals. He'll go back and punt formation, and Lamb and Morose are standing back at their own 35-yard line, awaiting the Reinhardt punt.
Ryan and Morose in deep receiving positions.
Nice kick.
Oof.
Nice kick. Somebody had to pick that one up. Okay, Myrick, Lamb, and Lamb trying to get the corner, and you can see how shifty he is, and he does actually turn the corner. I'll give him that. He did get around the corner in the end there.
He took the ball about the 20 with some good pursuit by the Seals. He still picked up 6 yards on that return.
Cameron Benner, 22, made the stop. Benner on defense for the Seals tonight. I said we expected to see him on offense, but he's playing defensively tonight. He made the stop for the Seals. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the Red Tornado 26-yard line as Washleski brings him out. He's got Demetrius as the lone back in the backfield. He's got 2 guys out to his left, 1 guy right. And it's Pulowski, and Pulowski's going to try to make the turn, and he dropped the ball. Morose on it, and they'll lose a yard back to the 25-yard line. Number 5 on the play down there, Ryan Kaiser for the Seals. Here you see the replay, and you'll see it coming. It's going to come right at you here. So you can see Pulowski standing right in front of the camera there. You watch him make the turn, you'll see the hit there. And
Too many. My personal business, I'd sort of stay away from that play because they had 4 guys out there when he was making the motion out.
Number 3 down there, Drew Coons for the Seals, the one that got his arm in there finally and popped it loose. So 2nd down and 11 for the Red Tornadoes, and the ball's on the ground. The ball is on the ground, and the Seals may have recovered it.
Yes, they did.
The Seals have recovered the fumble. Number 9 running away with it, and that's Bryant Troutman for the Seals. So a big break for the Seals as they'll take over 1st and 10 from the Red Tornado 25-yard line. Ball never got to Marcus and hit the ground and just couldn't pick it up fast enough. So the Seals now go on offense in Red Tornado territory, their best field position of the evening so far, and we'll see what Mr. Briggs and company can do with it. Now, when you look at that, Benner now in the backfield along with Lawver. And it's Lawver on the carry, number 64 for the Red Tornadoes on the stop, John Long. And that was just a quick opener.
Yep. Trying to break Lawver off tackle that time. John Long comes in from the nose guard position for the Tornadoes and makes the tackle. Pickup of about maybe 3 yards on the play.
Benner is the speed of this backfield. He was the guy that we taught, and he did hurt his knee. You notice he's wearing a brace.
Yeah.
You can see the brace on his knee. That was the injury from last year when he came back. Now, I'm not sure why he didn't start the first quarter, unless that was just designed by the coaching staff. But he is in there now alongside of Lawver, and that's the combination we thought we'd see from the beginning. And that is going to be a delay of game, and I'm not sure what he took so long for there.
I don't know either.
Again, the guy puts his hand up. You've got to snap the ball when he puts his hand up. And he's standing directly in the sight of the quarterback. I mean, that's the one thing he's got to. And again, it's his first game. He's got to learn that a little bit. But a costly delay of a game, and that's going to now bring up a 2nd down and 12. Ball back around the 27-yard line of the Red Tornadoes. This time he leaves Lawver in, and he has a trips formation out to his left. Benner actually in the slot position in this formation, and he goes that way, and he's going to be chased, and he's going to be brought down in there. Finally, that's Steck. Steck really brought him down. He had some help, but Steck never let up and brought him down. It'll bring up 3rd down now And looks like Briggs probably got back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd and 10.
Now, one thing you notice there is he hesitated. He had his man open. He was only maybe 6 yards down off the line of scrimmage, but he waited a little bit too long. He had to pull the ball back down because Steck was on top of him.
He's a little bigger quarterback than we're used to, like tall-wise. Their quarterbacks are always short in the last 10 years. This guy's he's more like a prototypical build for a quarterback. 3-step back, and he is murdered down there.
Who was that?
That was Goins. Goins the one that jumped over him. Goins broke it up immediately, and it's 4th and 10. Wait, what a play that was by James Goins. Wait do you see the replay here? Watch how fast Goins comes in. It's a 4th and 13, and they're going to give it to Benner, and Benner is stopped dead by McCullum. And the Seals go nowhere on that series, and they'll turn the ball back over to a very stingy Red Tornado defense. They are just all over the field right now.
Yes, they're playing. They're playing very aggressive. And again, you did say that we are probably in the best physical shape. And if you remember, in the last 4 years, we suck air in the first game, and these kids are putting everything out on the field right now.
Marcus back to pass, plenty of time. Now he's in trouble, and now he's going to have to run. And he lets the ball go. He finds his tight end. That's Menepace, and Menepace will take it up to the 45-yard line. 44-yard line, and it's 1st down. Oh, what a play by Marcus Wasilewski. When I thought he was down, and he flips it out to Colin Menepace.
Wow. And Marcus was facing the opposite. He was looking at Boyer's schedule down there.
Here, look at the pass play there. And there's Colin. What a play by Wasilewski. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes out at their own 44-yard line. He's in an I formation. And this time he goes to Pulowski, and Pulowski's loose. Pulowski makes a nice cut. Pulowski at the 30. Pulowski inside the 30. Pulowski all the way down to the 22-yard line of the Seals. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes, and a great run by number 21 for the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah, he had
Justin Pulowski.
He juked the kid out on the 35-yard line. The kid never even see him, ran right by him.
Did he ever? Yep. The junior. And we saw that explosiveness from him last year. But the Red Tornadoes really looking good offensively. They have not put any points up here. 7:50 remaining here in the second quarter of play, but they're looking very crisp here tonight. Back in that I formation. And this time it is going to be DeMarco, and DeMarco goes nowhere. He's brought down a nice tackle down there by the Seals from number 63 on the play. And that is Zach Lawton for the Seals. He made a nice play on DeMarco.
2nd and 10.
Demetrius alone back?
Yep. A fake, and we're going to look for Moroz in that backfield, and Moroz just can't hold on to it. A little bit high. Benner, number 22, nice coverage down there, and he actually got in the way where Moroz couldn't see the ball. So Benner on a nice coverage on Moroz, and it brings up 3rd and 10.
Benner played it correctly too. He waited until last minute and looked back to the ball.
On the 23-yard line.
So the Red Tornadoes have threatened here several times, but really have not been able to get close enough for pay dirt.
Pulowski out. And DeMarco taking the wide position here on the left.
Out of the shotgun now, and it's a screen play to DeMarco. And DeMarco, and a great play. That is a great play down there by Justin Klein.
Yep.
Justin Klein might have saved the touchdown. for the Seals, and it's 4th down.
And I think he did because DeMarco had tons of blockers in front of him, and there was not a white jersey in front right to the goal line.
Yeah, Klein is a senior, 6 foot, 175 pounder, and he was where he needed to be to save 6 points for the Seals.
I would say
down.
He was probably keying on DeMarco to begin with because he followed him right over.
Trips formation out to the right. Demetrius will stand to the left of the shotgun formation, and Marcus will look downfield. He has plenty of time, and he goes short. And Pulowski, but it's going to be interference.
Yeah, we got it.
They had a hold of Pulowski's jersey before he caught it, and they're going to call it pass interference. It'll be 1st down.
That was obvious right
there. That was
a
nice play where you send everybody down that, and everybody's looking to get down to the sideline, and there's Pulowski just dragging out about 5 yards there.
And going to the same side you just overloaded. You're clearing the zone out. That's actually what you're doing.
Yeah, that was a nice play by the Red Tornadoes, and it turns out a penalty now, and they'll mark this penalty off. There you see the interference call against the Seals, and the ball gets marked down right.
9-yard line.
Is it it's right inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal for the Red Tornadoes here. 6:09 remaining in the second quarter of play, a 0-0 score. Demetrius will be the lone back in the backfield. Pulowski's going to be out in the slot formation, and Pulowski will take it, but he go to Demetrius, and he gets some hard yards.
Tough yards
about
up
2.
the middle. Tough yards. Seals pinched into the center that time. I don't know if they read that play, because of the lineup or what. 29, Kevin Demko in.
I'm going to give Lawton credit for that tackle, although he had some help down there, but Lawton will get credit. So it'll bring up a 2nd down now, and let's call it 8 yards for a touchdown. Pulowski now in motion. They give it to Pulowski. They're going to try to have Pulowski turn that corner, and Pulowski does. And Pulowski dragged out of bounds down there by number 9, Bryant Troutman. He saved the touchdown for the Seals. He had some help by Klein, but Troutman grabbed a hold of him and just yanked him out of bounds, and he yanked him out of bounds down around the 2-yard line.
Great call by the coaching staff that time. They caught the Seals. They brought their linebacker, their middle linebacker, up into the line. Instead of a 3-man rush, they put a 5-man rush on that time, looking to block up the center, and the Tornadoes kick it to the outside.
All right, 3rd and goal from the 2. You go in with a shotgun, which shows you how wide open this offense is. And
Ball's on the ground.
Demetrius picked it up. A great play by Demetrius to pick it up, but he'll lose a couple of yards on the play as he recovers the fumble. And now it's 4th down, and that was a costly mistake for the Red Tornadoes on that 3rd down play. So now it'll be 4th and 5.
Steck was saying that the ball, and everything's wet down here. The ball slipped out of his hands again. That's the 2nd time, so they tried to get a towel in for him to dry his hands off.
So the Red Tornadoes will go for it on 4th and goal from the 5. Demetrius the lone back. He has 2 guys split out wide right, 1 to the short side of the field here, and it's Moreau's, and that's where he wants to go. And Moreau's slips in the end zone right at the goal line, and the Seals have turned the Red Tornadoes away. Again, the footing is treacherous. I did not think it was that slippery, but apparently it is. That rain really slicked the field up a little bit here. So the Red Tornadoes turned the ball over at 4:47 remaining in the second quarter. The Seals take over 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. A nice defensive stand by the Seals.
Yeah, the Seals coach couldn't ask anything better from their defense, and what just occurred. The Tornadoes marched down the field. They had a great series that time. All the way down, they get stopped on the 5-yard line.
I won't see anything fancy from the Seals down here.
No.
Just trying to move the ball out from the goalpost here, as Briggs is under center, and he gives it to. Let me see who he gives it to there. I'm trying to see who got the ball. Actually, gave it to number 9 down there, and that is Bryant Troutman on the carry, the first carry of the game for him for the Seals.
Pick up of 5 yards.
Savitsky on the stop for the Red Tornadoes.
Ball's now on the Seals' 10-yard line.
Red Tornadoes would like to make a stop here and make them punt and get field position for that one last drive here in the second quarter. I'm sure that's going through their mind as the Seals line up in an I formation now. And it's Reinhardt on the carry this time, and Reinhardt's going to be brought down.
Nice play.
On a nice play by the Red Tornadoes down there. Getting
Double
off
S.
the bottom
No,
is
Morgan. Jared Morgan that time came up from that the outside.
And McCracken also helped out there.
Position in McCracken and made a nice stop. Pickup of maybe
a yard. It's about 3rd and 3. It'll bring up about 3rd and 3 for the Seals.
Goins comes back into the defensive tackle position on the left side.
One guy in the backfield now is the big guy, Lawver, the fullback, and he'll be standing directly in back of, and he gets the ball, and he goes nowhere. The Red Tornadoes stopped that one all over.
Yep.
The guy with the last hit on him is number 64 for the Red Tornadoes, John Long.
They were trying to go over Goins, and Goins blocked the hole up. Lawver had to stop his forward momentum in the backfield that time, and
he actually came to a full stop
defensively to come in and make the tackle. So, Goins comes in and does exactly what he was supposed to do.
The Red Tornadoes do what they were supposed to do. They stopped the Seals on a 4th down now, 4th and 2. The Seals are going to be punting, and he'll be standing close to his goal line when he does. Reinhardt going back for the Seals, and he'll step back right at the 1 yard line where he'll try to kick from. We're standing inside Seal territory to recover the punt. A low punt, but a nice kick. Moreau's will take the ball in Red Tornado territory and go upfield. And Moreau's still churning, and Moreau's a nice run as he gets along the Red Tornado sideline. And he's inside the 40-yard line down to the Seal. And I'm going to say the Seal 36-yard line when it's all said and done. Let me see where they mark it up front here, but let's say 37-yard line. So down at the Seal 37, it's 1st and 10, 2:29 remaining here in the second quarter. No score in this football game.
All Tornado momentum here, though, tonight in this first half. Tornadoes offensively and defensively doing everything they need to do.
Back on an I formation now. Demetrius in front of Pulowski, but we throw the ball and we throw it to Moreau's. We had some room there. Moreau's makes a nice play, and he'll pick up about 5 yards on the play. He's stopped in there by number 5 for the Seals, and that is Kaiser, Ryan Kaiser. And Kaiser, a junior, 6'2", 285-pounder for the Seals.
Kevin Demko, number 29, comes in. Matt Moreau's number 9 comes out, takes a breather.
Now, the Red Tornadoes have all of their timeouts, so they have a lot of time. It's 1:50 and counting here now on the second down. And actually, it's about 3 to go. He gained about 7. Pulowski's not going to get outside. Well, maybe he is. No, he's not. A nice play down there by the Seals, and that is Bryant Troutman, who trips him up. He'll lose some yardage on the play when they finally place him, and it's going to bring up 3rd down now.
They had the outside that time. Pulowski was trying to make the corner. 2 miscues. Tornadoes call timeout, but 2 miscues on the blocks, and you can see what that does to your play. Everything else was wide open, good blocking downfield.
Timeout on the field. There's 1:38 remaining. No score in the ball game. The weather has actually gotten much improved. It is not raining at all now. It's a very nice night as far as weather goes. It's very cool. Usually it's about 100,000 degrees out here, but they're starting on a very nice night, except for that rain in the very beginning of the game. It's turned out to be a fine evening. The Red Tornadoes looking good on offense, but need to be able to get some points on the board. They've gone down a lot, but they haven't gotten anything for it. I want to remind everybody that and I know you guys out there that are the number crunchers are going to be salivating over this, but the new 2008 statistics book is out. Jose and Phil have put together the book. It's out. It's for sale. It's here in the stadium. Right now it's under the home stands and also by the home gate there. You can buy it there. You can also buy it at Community Pharmacy, and you can pick it up at Matlow's Men's Store. So I know you guys are going to want to pick that baby up. There's only a certain few of them out there, so if you want to get them as fast as you can. That is everything you ever wanted to know about Red Tornado football and then some. Downfield, and it's McCracken was the intended receiver. He came out of that spot and just didn't hold on to the ball. I'll tell you what, he might have scored.
Yes, he was wide open. Now, in his defense, it did hit him in the hands, and like they say, it touches your hands, you should be catching that ball, but he did have to turn around in the opposite direction.
Here you see the replay, and look how wide open he was, and he just didn't hold on to it. So it brings up 4th down, and again a timeout for the Red Tornadoes as it's 1:34 remaining. And the Red Tornadoes just can't fire here when they get down close. They get down to that 4th down all the time and don't put it over. It's 4th down and actually about 6. But that statistics book I was just talking about, guys, I'll tell you what, it is fantastic. It's up to date. In fact, some of these kids playing are in it.
Oh, really?
What they've done over the past couple of years. So, again, you guys who know that book know that what it can do. So make sure you pick a copy of that up. Again, it's being on sale here at the home games. You can find them at the front gate. And also as you come under the home stands, there was a table set up. You could buy them there. And, again, at Community Pharmacy, anytime that they're open, and at Matlow's men's store, you can get them there also. I was sad to say that I checked the book out thoroughly, and I have once again not made it.
Really?
It was a shock to me, too. I'm getting over it,
how
but
much,
I mean,
how much did you pay Jose to put your name in?
I gave him a lot of money this
Did
time,
you really?
too, and I thought for sure I'd get at least, a fumble recovery or something, but nothing. I'm still not there. All right, here we go. 4th down, 4th and 6, shotgun formation. You got a trips out to the right. Demetrius in the help out, and it's Pulowski. Pulowski was wide open. Now he has to make a cutter. He's got the 1st down, and Pulowski's going to go down
and score.
Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. There you have it, a 34-yard pass play to Pulowski. He does the rest, and he takes it in the end zone for the initial score of the 2008 season. The Red Tornadoes lead this ball game 6-0 with the extra point to come.
And, the funny part about it is Coach was hoping for the 1st down. He wanted the 1st down. And Pulowski, and it's just great to see Marcus. He has that
replay.
Intuitive instinct that he hit him with the ball at 11 yards off the ball, picks up the 1st down, and Pulowski does all the rest.
Menapace in to attempt the extra point, one of the last straight-on kickers in the history of man. He puts it up, and he puts it through. It is good, and it's 7-0 Red Tornadoes as they draw first blood in this matchup tonight. 1:23 remaining here in the first half of play. The Red Tornadoes getting ready to kick off. That was that's what Pulowski can do for you.
Yeah,
Again,
he does.
Pick the 1st down up was all he wanted. Got along that sideline. He had one guy at the 2-yard line, ran right through him and put himself in the end zone. So the Red Tornadoes finally, after driving down the field several times, put the ball where it needs to be in the end zone, and they go up on this Selinsgrove SEAL team. And I'm going to say a very highly touted SEAL team. And
yes, they are.
Spoken very highly of here in the preseason. So this will be quite a feather if they can keep this up and win this football game. And again, in the Heartland Conference now, a much different schedule, and we'll talk about that as we go through the weeks, but a much different schedule as far as who we play. We play almost, except for these guys, who are the biggest group we're going to see out there, and Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore, not quite as big as Selinsgrove, but they're a big AAA school also. They're coming here mid-season or so. But other than that, everybody else is where they need to be, a regular 2A school.
Yeah, that's the great thing about this conference is that you're playing people your size, and you're not traveling all over creation. As we know, with some school districts can't afford that at this point.
A high kick. And it's going to bounce down, and a SEAL picks it up down there, and he's going to be brought down pretty early, down along the 29-yard line where he's finally brought down.
McCollum, 47, brings him down, and
DeMarco getting off the bottom. Reinhardt was the ball carrier, but DeMarco's on the very bottom of that pile. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the SEALs with 1:19 remaining. They'll set up shop right inside their own 30-yard line, and Briggs will get them rolling from there. They're now down, trailing 7-0. I formation, puts a guy in motion this time. We have not seen that. And he rolls to the motion, but hands off, and it's Reinhardt, and Reinhardt's free. And Reinhardt is a touchdown saving tackle by Morose, where Reinhardt would have went into the end zone. Biggest play so far offensively for the Seals, and now they go into a hurry-up. They also have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. The ball in SEAL territory still up at the SEAL 47-yard line. The clock was stopped momentarily there to get everybody set, but it's now ticking again. And Briggs is in a shotgun. We have not seen him do much of this. They went offside, and it's a good thing because he dribbled the ball back to him. So it'll be an offside penalty against the Seals, a motion penalty. And that'll knock them back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. and the ball will go back inside the 45-yard line down to about the 43.
That will stop the clock now with 1 minute and 6 seconds left.
All right, the Seals come out again, and now they go into a shotgun. So we've not seen much of the shotgun so far, but now they're in it. He leaves both guys close to him on either side of the backfield.
And the
again,
ball
hits
on
the ground, and now he's in trouble. And Goins like
again.
A bullet, puts him down. And again, that was not his fault. That was the center fault there. Briggs, he was in trouble from the very beginning.
That's twice, 2 times in a row. The ball dribbled back to the quarterback.
Now the ball's back at the 35-yard line, and it's second down and, let's see, 10.
No, they're
20.
lucky Goins didn't pick that up because he was in there like a shot.
It's about second and 22 now. So the second best field position of the night is squandered here now for the Seals as they're well back in their own territory here. And now Briggs said, let me go back under center because it's not really working out in the shotgun for me. Handoff, and that's the Lawver, and that's a quick handoff.
And I think they just want to kill the clock and take it in at halftime right at this point.
And that's exactly what the Steck made the final tackle, and the time runs down. The Seals content to go in with a 7-0 deficit. The Red Tornadoes looking very, very good here this evening on offense and defense. They've actually taken it to the Seals here so far in this game. And here we are at the end of the first half of play. We're going to be back here momentarily, and we'll have all the numbers that you can possibly want from a first half of play from Jose when we get back. Stay tuned. Okay, Jose, we are live here at halftime as the Red Tornadoes come back onto the field. Tell us what we saw in this first half.
Well, I don't think I have to tell you anything, Warren. You saw it. Red Death is back for now. Hopefully they look terrific. Hope they can keep it up the second half. Selinsgrove, the statistics bear it out, by the way. 17 carries for 34 yards in the first half. 1 of 2 passing for 18 and 1 first down right at the end of the first half. Total offense, 52 yards. Great effort by Red defense tonight. Rushing 16 for 70 yards for Mount Carmel, 9 of 17 for 89 yards, 159 yards in total offense, 7 first downs. Justin Pulowski, 7 for 42. Julius Demetrius, 7 for 29. Receptions, Matty Morose, 3 for 23. Pillow, 2 for 33. Julius, 1 for 8. Colin Menepace, I heard Phil talk about a fumble, but it was actually a pass. I hope you guys saw it that way.
We saw it as a pass.
We saw it as a pass.
1 for 14. Dave DeMarco, 1 for 5. And Smokes Morgan, 1 for 6. All in all, a great effort. We just have to keep it up another half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we came out and looked very strong on both sides of the ball today, and I think the conditioning over the summer is really starting to show here. Again, we're not being manhandled on that line of scrimmage. We own the line of scrimmage.
Warren, you're absolutely right. I think we talked about it in the offseason, the strength and the conditioning program Tony Schick ran with Mike, and I think it's just showing the strength on the offensive line, and I think they're getting more confident as we go on, and hopefully it's going to continue and we don't make any mistakes and this weather doesn't bother us.
Okay, Jose, thank you. We're going to see you at the end of the game then.
Great, I hope so.
All right, take care.
Thanks, guys.
All right, gang, we're getting ready here to start the second half of play. Both teams are on the field, actually a little bit early when there's 2.5 minutes to go here, but it'll give us some time to, okay, the AD found the cups. He is now the new hero of Mount Carmel area for at least this game. He can do no wrong. But, again, as we talked about at the halftime here, stats with Jose, a very solid performance on both sides of the ball for the Red Tornadoes. A very different approach from the Seals, where usually that running game just keeps pounding at you. Now, you're talking 54 yards total offense here in the first half, and that's very unusual for a SEAL team. So I don't know what adjustments they're going to make.
Again, you know, like you said, though, this is a SEALs team that's have had outstanding history now over the last 5 years. You never know what's going to happen in the second half. Emotionally, they look down. The Tornadoes definitely look up. And I think part of the key is when the Tornadoes stopped them in the red zone down here in the south end zone. Yep. I think that was the big key for the Tornadoes. They proved that they could play here with the Seals for the rest of the night. And hopefully in the second half that is going to fare out.
Well, I mean, they own the line of scrimmage right now, and that's the big difference on both sides of the ball. They really are playing very well on both sides of the ball. Marcus having a great night.
Yes, he is.
I'll tell you what, a couple of drop passes that could have been touchdowns. So this game could be a little further along than it even is. And again, first night mistakes and first night jitters on both sides. But I think the difference that we're seeing on this SEAL team, two things I think you're seeing differently here. First, the running game with Reinhardt, not a big guy. Right. There's not two big guys. There's only Lauver now back there. So Lauver playing that fullback, and he's not had a lot of room to run. But I think the quarterback, Briggs, at least in his first half, struggling a little bit. coming up the line of scrimmage slowly. He's not getting the ball off quickly enough. He's having a little bit
Lack
of
of
trouble
confidence,
reading
I
what's happening.
You're right.
Now, it also, as we're looking out here, it's begun to rain. And
Yeah.
I said, hopefully we thought it was over, but it's actually probably raining as hard as it has been all evening. So that will change the complexion of the game for the Red Tornadoes. Now, they have a 7-point lead, but with the Seals, you're going to need to score more points than that if you plan on winning this football game.
I think one of the big things, I think you mentioned it before, is the size of the Seals. Number one, their offensive line is definitely not as large, as big as it was last year, and that wore the Tornadoes down.
Yep.
They're not as fast as what they have been either.
I don't see the same speed there. You're right.
Yeah. So I think that combination right there is going towards the Tornado side.
Well, I mean, we'll tell here. We got 24 more minutes to decide this, but again, you came into that 10th game all the time banged up, already in trouble, looking forward to a playoff game most of the time, and there you got the Seals looming there who just came at you and never let up on you. A little different scenario here in the first game with these guys.
Last year, coming into that game also, Haynes was our bread and butter man, and if you remember in the first half, he took some hard shots, and he was banged up that he couldn't even finish the game last year, and that took us out of the playoffs, I think.
Yep. All right, the Red Tornadoes will kick off to the Seals to start the second half of play. Menapace teeing it up down there, big number 88, and he'll be kicking down there, and I'm going to see if Wayne can read some of those numbers down there. I know number 9 is down there. He's Troutman. He's on the close side. I can read him. It looks like Reinhardt in the middle, 28. And it looks like 15 down there. That's Tyler Doak. He's on the far side. So Menapace signals that he is ready to start, and he lets it rip. It's going to go down to Reinhardt, and Reinhardt will take it about the 15-yard line. And Reinhardt upended at the 30-yard line now. That's DeMarco all over the play.
The missile.
And he whacked him. He gave Reinhardt a nice hit.
I would like to see what his career numbers are on tackles on kickoffs.
On kickoffs,
because, ever since a freshman, he's been just doing an outstanding job.
All right, Briggs goes into the huddle, and we'll see what adjustments the Seals have made. They trail 7-0 here. And again, the rain falling harder now than it has all evening to start the second half. The same lineup. You got Lawver, the big guy, at that fullback spot. Reinhardt behind him in the I formation. And it's going to be a pass, but he's in trouble. And oh my goodness, did Briggs take a hit from Steck as he turned.
But I'll tell you what.
McCracken made the play.
Yes,
he had him by the shirt and he wouldn't let him go, but he turned and Steck leveled him. Wow, that's about a 10-yard loss on the play. It's second down, and I'm going to say almost 20.
Great play by McCracken.
McCracken was all over that play.
He did not let up. The pursuit was
Briggs does not, just comparing him to Decker, the guy we saw for 3 years here. Briggs does not have the same speed. He's not elusive right now as far as Decker was. So second down, and Briggs again, he sprints out the other way. He's going to throw the ball incomplete. It was a complete hold on the play. I mean, I don't know how anybody didn't see them holding. They were holding Demko. I mean, right out in the middle here, but either way, it's incomplete, and it'll bring up a third down. And now that I counted all the yardage, and they're on the far side, it's about 18. It's not 20, it's 18. But 3rd and 18 now for the Seals. And again, you can see that Briggs is jittery. He had some time that time, but he just short-armed himself into the sideline. And again, first game. I mean, again, it's his first game, and a varsity quarterback. So, all right, Briggs under center now. He has everybody out to his left side in the formation. And they're going to set up and look downfield, and they got their man, and he's free, and that is number 5 down there, Kaiser. Ryan Kaiser on the play. He's brought down in there by Morgan and Clokus, but a big gain for the Seals. The ball now up at the Seal 46-yard line, 1st and 10. That was a nice play by Briggs that time.
22 yards. I'll tell you what, he came out of the wide receiver position. He hooked up about 10 yards down off the line of scrimmage. Didn't tackle, didn't wrap our arms, and he picks up the first down and then some.
And they'll stay in the I, and that's what you'll see them do most of this night. I, or they'll split the backs occasionally, but mostly the I formation. Now they go in motion That's Doak in motion. And it goes to Reinhardt behind Lawver. Reinhardt's picking up some yardage there. Tough run by Reinhardt. If he takes it up to about the 49-yard line, he'll pick up 3 yards on the play.
Lawver leading the play that time, kicks out on the defensive end, and the rest, all the tailback.
It's like
pick up
going
about
out of the
4.
tackle.
Yep.
So we'll say second down and a long, well, I'm going to say second down and 7 here for the Seals. The ball right at midfield, right at the 50-yard line as Briggs goes under center. And this time again, Reinhardt, almost the same play, and this time McCullum will knock him down. He has some help down there.
Pick up of maybe a yard that time.
Big number 64, John Long. John, a senior, 5'10", 210 pounds. You see him trotting off the field here now. So it brings up a third down now. And third down and about 4. He picked up about 3 yards on that play. So 3rd and 4 now, the ball in Red Tornado territory at the Red Tornado 47-yard line. So a big third down play now for the Red Tornadoes here early in the third period of play. Doak comes in motion now towards us, and we pitch it out to Reinhardt. And this is one of those old-fashioned.
Yep.
And Clokus on the tackle, and he does not pick up the first down. Not close to it even. Nice play by Clokus.
Clokus comes up from the linebacker position, cuts in. You could hear the coaching staff up here yelling sweep as soon as the motion man started out. Coming to the left side, trying to get around the wide side of the field to pick up the first down. So 4th and 2.
4th and 2, and the Seals are going to go for it. I did not see a punting unit come onto the game, and now you see Briggs back in, so they are going for it on a 4th and 2. Ball sitting at the Red Tornado 41-yard line. Timeout on the Selinsgrove Seals side of the ball, so Coach Hess calls a timeout here on a 4th and 2, a critical play for the Seals here early in the third quarter of play as he wants to look. They were in a split backfield now. As soon as I get done saying you don't see it much, they go in it. But they're mostly, I mean, again, they're almost always in an I formation, but that play they go to a split backfield. So they're going to come over and talk about this. They are going to still go for it, I think. Although Coach Hess says, why don't all of you come over and have a talk with me before we call the play.
He might have been waiting to see what the defense was for the Tornadoes, how they set up to cover.
Could be. So the rain continues to fall here in the Silver Bowl. It's not a real heavy rain, but it's enough to get you wet by standing there a couple of seconds, that's for sure. Of course, the great camera work by the crew. I'm going to talk about the crew in a little while here, as they are, some of them new too. Again, graduation.
Oh, yes.
You forget that this crew changes hands
the
all the
same
time.
as on the field.
All right. The Seals look like they know what they want to do.
Kaiser stays out.
I was going to say he didn't want to go in the huddle.
He didn't go in the huddle.
He stayed outside of the huddle. And they stay in exactly the same formation, a split backfield. Long count. And it's a pass. And he goes inside, and Kaiser missed it. He had Kaiser, but he had him behind. He threw it behind him. Kaiser tried to turn back. And again, as I say, it's wet out. It's hard to catch a ball like that. It really is. Kaiser did his best, but Briggs did not lead him. He got him behind him a little bit, and it'll be first down. They turn the ball over. It's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes from their own 46. And there's a play. It's pretty funny. Now, Kaiser never came into the huddle. And He just stood there. You knew in the end he was going to get. He knew what the play was going to be. He never had to go into the huddle.
And he was open, too.
Yeah, he was.
He had the first down. He caught the pass.
It was behind him. It was really hard to handle. Oh.
Number 9 that time for Selinsgrove. Troutman came over from the linebacker position and broke that up.
Well, he actually hit Tyler Doak on the shoulder pad. The ball hit him on the shoulder pad as he was covered. 2nd and 10 now. And that looked like the wrong route because we ran right past that route. I don't know what that was, but we had no receiver that. He was already downfield. So I think we had a little miscommunication on what we were doing there.
29, Kevin Demko comes in.
We have a tight end formation now. Menepes in there. Demetrius the lone back. And it's Demetrius, and Demetrius is going to be tied up, and that's big number 90. That's Spencer Myers. Myers, another junior on this team, 6'4", 223, and he was all over that play. Going to lose some yardage on that play. It's going to bring up third down now, and probably 11 for the Red Tornadoes as the Seal defense here is stiffened to start the second half. 7:53 remaining in the third quarter of play under a fairly heavy drizzle right now when you look into the lights here. Red Tornadoes lead this football game 7-0 on a 34-yard pass play from Wasilewski to Pulowski. Nice coverage downfield and a nice pickup by Kovalevsky. That's a first down.
Down around his ankles that
what
time.
What a play by Kovalevsky.
And he does. They're putting the ball right there. Nice play.
That's the only place you could put it. Here you see the replay.
I don't know how he scooped that off the ground.
I don't know how he did it either. Look at this play by Kovalevsky.
Nice
what
catch.
A play.
Nice catch.
So 1st and 10 Red Tornadoes from the Seal 44-yard line. Again, Wasilewski back to pass. He finds Moroz on the sidelines. Moroz makes a nice play. Moroz stays on his feet, and Moroz down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
He might have picked up the first.
He's very close if he didn't get it.
Depending where they spot him.
They might have to measure this because he's as close as you can get. That's exactly where the marker is. I'm not sure what we're looking at here. They're going to say
second down.
They got really good eyes. If they're not,
you're not kidding.
going to say no, they're not. How are they going to call that play? It's like inches here. All right, it's first down. Ball sitting at the 30, just inside the Seal 35-yard line. The Red Tornadoes driving again. There's 6:40 remaining in the third quarter of play. The Red Tornadoes lead 7-0. Wasilewski will bring him up. He's going to put two guys out wide left, one guy to the short side, which is Menepace, actually the tight end, and he has an I formation in the backfield.
Here's their aggressive defense again.
And he's looking down there, and he gets Morgan. And Morgan's
nice
going to be brought down. A nice play down there by 2-on-2. Justin Klein really made the play on Morgan. And Morgan, the very dangerous receiver here, probably the fastest guy right now as far as catching the ball and running, other than Pulowski on the field right now.
Yeah, over the shoulder that time. He was a little out of position when he caught that. But I'll tell you what, it hit his hands. He brought it in. And Jared picks up 4 yards.
Mark Minnick,
nice
number
play.
3, into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes. And he's going to come out wide out to the Red Tornadoes sideline here as Wasilewski gets him set. But it's Julius, and Julius running hard and still pushing, still banging those legs, running very, very hard. He's having a great night running the ball tonight, Demetrius, number 28. So it'll bring up now a third down, and I'm going to say 3. So 3rd and 3 now for the Red Tornadoes. The ball now at it's like the Seal 27-yard line or so.
TJ Hiroman, number 82, now goes into the offensive lineup for the Tornadoes. Comes wide right.
One guy in the backfield. He's got everybody out, but he hands it to Demetrius, and Demetrius is loose, and he'll pick up the first down. A nicely done play that time.
Great blocking on the left side of the Tornado
They sealed that
line.
whole side of the line.
Yes, they did. Demetrius,
nice play.
All he did was just rolled right down the blocks that time, all the way to the left side, picks up a good 5 yards and the first down.
Everything was to the other side, and there you see Demetrius, and you can see him cross the line of scrimmage here. There was nobody around him. You can see how well we blocked that play as he easily picks up the first down. Ball down at the 20-yard line of the Seals. Back to pass again, a nice play, and it's Kovalevsky.
Kovalevsky,
touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown play from Wasilewski to Kovalevsky, and it's 13-0 Red Tornadoes with the extra point attempt to come. Part of that problem was the Seals.
Kaiser
Kaiser got
5.
a cramp as he made the turn to try to cover and went down. He's still on the field, so we have an injury timeout. But again, a pretty play. Here you see it coming right at you.
Yep.
It's coming right at you, folks. Watch number 1.
Nice play.
And there he goes in untouched, and the Red Tornadoes open up a bigger lead at 13-0. Now we'll wait for them to get the injured player as Doc Greco and all is out there having to get that cramp. Boy, that first couple of games when those cramps hit are, if you listen hard, you could probably hear him screaming up here. They are just painful things to have happen to you. Again, I want to remind you guys the stat book is out. The 2008 version of the Mount Carmel area statistics book with Jose and Phil is out. You can pick it up here in the stadium during the home games up at the front gate and also underneath the home stands. Right as you come under the home stand, there's a table set up. You can also buy the 75th year commemorative T-shirt of the Silver Bowl. They're selling them also. You can get them at the same place. So pick them up. Again, they're also at Community Pharmacy and at Matlow's if you want the book.
Here's the other thing. Give us the vernacular, your vernacular on the Supper Club this week.
What was that again? I forgot the Supper Club? Or?
Well, I don't think you said it.
Okay, now I'm getting orders from the cameraman again. I knew she was going to be bossy this year.
I told
you coming up she was going to boss me around. Again, they told me to remind. I will remind you, and you're going to hear so much about Heartland that you're going to want to not hear it after a while. But again, the inaugural game for the Red Tornadoes and the Seals in the Heartland Conference. We're going to talk about all the teams involved. You're going to see how the schedule plays out as we get down. We'll talk about that when we have more time. Yeah. All different teams we're playing. We're playing the Seals still. We're playing the Indians, of course, Shamokin next week.
Right.
And we're playing Southern. And the only other game we're playing Shikellamy, which actually wasn't going to play us, but now came back to play us. And you're going to see the oldest rivalry we have. And I was very happy to see that we were able to save that rivalry because they are the only non-Heartland Conference team that we're going to play. And that is the Spartans of North Schuylkill on the 10th game of the season. I was very happy to see that we were able to save that rivalry. Again, we've been playing them longer than anyone else. So it'll be great to see them on the 10th game. But a lot of new teams, the Loyal Sock, Warrior Run, Jersey Shore, Central Columbia, Lewisburg, they're all coming. Warrior Run, I said them. Yep. So, there you see the schedule. And we'll talk about it as we go down. But first, we're going to look at Menipes try to attempt the extra point here out of a hold of Moreau's here at the 4:47 mark of the third quarter. Ball is down, ball is up, and he is kicking very well.
Very nice.
That is good. It is 14-0 Red Tornadoes here. And they'll be kicking off to the Seals. But again, we talk about this Heartland Conference. And the other thing about this conference is it encompasses almost every sport, which is the thing that never happened before. Now, I think volleyball's not in it yet, and I think swimming may not be in it yet. I'm not sure. There's a couple of sports we're not doing yet, but for the most part, we're all in this thing. They're all District 4 teams. So when you get into the district, you don't run into a team you never saw before, first of all. You're going to see what these teams are doing, and it's really, I think, the best thing that could have happened to us. Again, we travel, the furthest we travel is 65 miles, and we don't do it this year because Jersey Shore actually comes to us. They are the furthest school we're playing on this schedule. And that, you can't get any better than that. So I look forward to this Heartland Conference. I really do. I think this is the best thing for the Red Tornadoes in its entire history as far as playing a competitive schedule at this point in time and for the size of the school that we are.
Yes.
This couldn't have gotten any better. And again, it still causes a mismatch because, we are playing Selinsgrove. And, they are almost Squad A, twice the size. But they had to play somewhere. That we're already playing them, so what was the difference? I mean, I think I like playing them better in the beginning than I do at the end. All right, getting ready to kick off now is Menipes, big number 88 there. You see Colin. Straight down the middle, and this time it's a little bit deeper kick down around the 13-yard line. And it's Reinhardt again, and Reinhardt with a head of steam, but I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. DeMarco made the tackle again.
DeMarco makes the tackle. Around the ankles that time.
I don't know how he does that. I just don't know how he does that. My goodness gracious, he makes every tackle for crying out loud.
He made the hit. It was about on the 25-yard line. Reinhardt picks up an extra 7 flying through the air that time, and he ends up on the 32.
All right, Briggs brings him out, 1st and 10. Same lineup, same formation, I formation, Lawver in front of Reinhardt. And it's Lawver. And there you see the size of Lawver when he gets loose. A great run by Lawver.
Yes, it was.
Lawver carries it all the way into Red Tornado territory at the Red Tornado 40-yard line, and he bowled over a guy on his way to doing it. And that's the Lawver that we came to love and hate at the same time. He has done some damage last year to us. Now, hopefully that's his last big play, but if you're a Red Tornado, you hate to see him coming towards you. He's 6'2", 228 when he's barreling at you, folks. They're going to try Lawver again on that cross cut, and this time he's going to be brought down by number 65 Demko. Demko said that's enough of that. The thing that I'm amazed at is how long they come when they come to the line of scrimmage. How long it takes him to call the plays out. And it doesn't look like he's audibling. I'm not sure if he is. It's hard. Nobody moves around or anything.
Nope.
But he takes an awful long time to get the ball snapped after he gets under center.
Time is not on their side in this game right at this point.
All right, 2nd and 7 now from the Red Tornado 34-yard line. And it's Lawver, and he's free again. And now Lawver's finding some room out there in the Red Tornado lineup, and he'll pick up another first down as he's down inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, Seals, and now the Seals begin to march. They're down 14-0 here in the third quarter. 3:46 to play in the quarter.
I think this is the first series that Lawver has touched the ball since
right.
I
They
would say
didn't use
probably
him as
about
much
the
either.
first quarter.
Yeah, they have not used him a lot. And now you see that Lawver's the tailback. They switched to out Harner or Reinhardt, and now Lawver will be the tailback. And he is running very strongly. He truly is. They put number 9 in there at fullback now. That's Troutman, and that's what we saw last year. We saw Lawver and Troutman a lot. Now, we saw Reinhardt start at the game and played most of it. A Red Tornado is down on the field now, but now they're back to that lineup that we saw before. Troutman, another junior here in the lineup. And, of course, Lawver, what scares you about him is he's a sophomore.
Yes, I know. He played last year and did an excellent job just as a freshman last year.
Now, Troutman's 6 foot 214, so you're looking at two bruisers there, 214, 228 in the backfield. And that's what you got to be careful. And that's what wore us down last year was when those two guys started pounding at us. We got a cramp down the field down there. So Deckard really in the end won the game.
Yeah, he did.
Although they ran on us, we contained them enough to win the game. But Deckard was the wild card in that whole mix for us.
He picked up the critical first downs when needed.
Well, we have a player down. I talked a little bit about Supper Club, and of course, all you guys who listen to this broadcast know that on Thursday nights about 6:15 in the back room at Tucci's, we have Supper Club, $5 dues. You can order off the menu, or you could buy the meal that we're having, which is $7. And I'll tell you what, it's all about Red Tornado football. We had an absolute great. We had about 78 people there last night. We had a great crowd. Had all the captains there. The cheerleading captains were there. I mean, if you like and are interested in Red Tornado football, or you're just interested in football and like to talk football and hear about football, that's where you want to be. Every Thursday night, you do not have to, join anything. You can come whenever you want, not come if you don't want that week. It's up to you to be there, but I'll tell you what, if you're not coming down a couple of times or 4 or 5 times a year, you're definitely missing out on an excellent Mount Carmel experience as far as football is concerned. We have a great time. We'll be bringing the senior members of the TV crew through at some point during the season. We bring all the senior band members through as the season goes through. So, I mean, it's really just a great time.
The greatest thing that you do experience down there, though, is meeting the kids.
Oh, yeah.
You see and read so much in the paper about, what goes on, and yet here are some great kids and hear them talk about football.
Yeah. All right, 2nd down and 2, and it's going to be Troutman. And Troutman may not have picked up the first down. It's going to be 3rd down. He squiggled around a lot, but I don't think he actually got the first down. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 now for the Seals. 2:50 and counting here in the third quarter. The Seals trail 14-0.
I would say that
now Steck is out of the ball game for the Red Tornadoes.
Lawver's going in a tailback position here. They need to pick up a yard.
Yeah, they definitely would. They went to the 2 bruisers here in the third quarter, and Lawver's going to pick the first down up.
Barely picks up the first down.
He'll get the first down.
Got it.
That's about it. But McCullum on the tackle for the Red Tornadoes, and the Seals now threatening here in the waning moments of the third quarter as they've had a very nice drive. And again, they've changed their offensive philosophy, gone back to the two big guys, and it's basically run. They're not throwing the ball at all now. Now, Troutman goes out, and Reinhardt comes back in. So 28 now back into the
he goes his tailback this time.
which you wonder why. Why switch up when you're having such success with the other guy? But it's 1st and 10. Brings is going to hand it to Reinhardt, and that goes nowhere. Again, McCullum down there along with Long and Goins. So the ball is down along the ball's about at the 18th.
Tornadoes
so
switched
it's going to bring
up
a 1 yard pad. Yeah, 1 yard gain.
They switched up their line a little bit, defensive line. They're going to a strong 5-man line this time.
All right, same formation. It's 2nd down and 9 now. Lawver in front of Reinhardt. And this time they go right to Lawver goes nowhere. What a play by the Red Tornadoes. Goins all over him that time, along with Demko, but that went nowhere. And again, they had such success, yet they've switched around now. And now they take Reinhardt out and Benner comes in. This is the guy we talked about. We've seen almost none of him on offense so far tonight, but now Benner into the backfield, and he'll assume that the tailback spot. All right, it's 3rd down and 9 now. They go on a trips right formation. They leave Lawver as the lone guy in the backfield. And you know he's going to roll out that way. It's a guarantee that he's coming that way. And he looks downfield, and
he does make the catch. Yes, they're calling it right there.
Right, they're going to call it a catch, and it's very close to the 1st down marker. I don't know if he got the 1st down, though.
Doesn't look it.
It's going to be 4th down. It is 4th down. Now, he must have went out of – I was going to say, I thought he went out of bounds, but he didn't. So 4th down now for the Seals. We're under a half a minute here to play in the third quarter. And now they bring Troutman back in with Lawver, the two big guys back into the lineup here to try to get the first down.
There you go. That's coming back.
And that was a motion. Goodness, you just don't want those things to happen to you.
You don't.
So it's a 5-yard penalty. It'll now be 4th down and 6. And there's 9.6 seconds left here in the third quarter. That was horrendous penalty by the Seals. Again, jittery on that open night.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a tough one. So it's now 4th and 6, and that changes the philosophy a little bit of what we want to call here. Now we do leave, I was going to say we leave Troutman in, but we don't. He goes out, and Reinhardt, the speed guy, comes back in now. And my guess is they're going to try to pass the ball here to try to get the first down.
Pick up the 1st down. It looks like we're overloading the left side of the offense here.
Now he leaves Reinhardt and Lawver, but they're off to the side, and that is the end of the third quarter. They didn't get the play off, so we will now begin the fourth quarter. The Seals on a crucial 4th down and 6 with the ball at the Red Tornado 15. They trail in this ball game 14-0. And this is what it's all about in the fourth quarter. We'll see who wants this the most here. Steck is out of the game, and that's a little bit of a problem for us, although he is walking around. He had a cramp.
He had a cramp. They did tape up his leg a little bit. They might want to save him for offense because he's definitely the mainstay of the center of that line.
All right, so we'll see what the Seals decide now. They have to change the play, obviously. It was 4th and 1. Now it's 4th and 6. They leave Lawver in there. Let me see who the other running back will turn out to be because they line up in the huddle a little differently. But it's Reinhardt. They're going to go to a split backfield, and they're going to go into a shotgun, which has not been their best play so far. We'll see if it gets any better for them tonight.
He's going full time. I think he's going for the touchdown here.
All right, a good center snap, and he goes downfield, and it's McCullum breaks up the pass, and it's 1st down, Red Tornadoes.
Boy, McCullum snuffed that one out.
He was right in the middle of the play, wasn't he?
Oh, I think
here you see the replay.
McCullum was looking for 6 points that time. If he would have concentrated on the ball, that was a beautiful interception right there he would have had. But boy, what a great breakup. 15 was wide open that time coming across the center.
All right, it's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes from their own 15-yard line. And they turn the Seals back once again here. They lead 14-0, as I said. And they now go on offense, and now it's time to burn time if they can.
Yes. Yeah. Steck is hurting down there a little bit with his right leg.
Cramp will do it to you. We're in the I formation. The Seals all over the place, and they're going to bring Pulowski down for a big loss. Pulowski's going to lose yardage all the way back to the 9-yard line. They were blitzing the whole time there. That was sometimes you wonder if you could have audibled out of that one, you would have, because they were coming right to the side we were running to. Now you got to be careful here, in that you're going to end up at some point punting out of that end zone if you don't move the ball some. So we got to be a little careful how we do things.
You want to pick up some yardage.
Hey, we'll stay in that I formation with Demetrius in front of Pulowski. Again, they come. Bring everything. They brought everything.
He's down.
They're going to stop him outside the goal line.
Yeah.
But the Red Tornadoes got to change here now. They're bringing everybody. They're blitzing everybody.
Right up the center.
Now, he needed to recognize that he even though if he saw it, he needed to you see how fast they were in on him.
Well,
see how fast that kid got to him.
They're blitzing right over Steck.
Yep.
Steck is trying the best that he possibly can down there. He is hobbling. He's the center, but they're bringing somebody in nose guard up and going to the left, and they're bringing the right linebacker up over his left side.
Okay. McCracken now brings the play, and the ball's all the way back at the 1-yard line, guys. It's 3rd down and 24 from the 1 for the Red Tornadoes. This is big-time bad territory here to get into trouble. And here they come. They're lined up again. They don't blitz as much, and we get the ball out at least. What we wanted to do was get it out to about the 9 on a quarterback keeper right up the middle, and that'll bring up 4th down. At least we got some room to punt with.
Yeah, that's exactly what Marcus wanted. He wanted to move the ball down the field 5 yards. Being on the 2-yard line, it only gives your punter about 10 yards to get back in the end zone. You don't want him stepping out of the line.
Now you got to be careful here. Again, all these things you think about now, you take a look at here. We're putting a new center in here. All right, there's a new long snapper coming into the ball game here, and that is going to be Hynoski. Tommy Hynoski's coming in. He's a freshman, Wayne. He's in charge of centering the ball here where we're at, and he does a great job of it. I thought he lost the ball. I don't know if he did or not. He fumbled it. He did fumble it. I mean, he did fumble the ball. It did hit the ground, but I don't know who the heck has it. Wow, that was a dangerous play. Now,
yes,
let's see who actually gets the ball. But Hynoski, a freshman, goes in under that kind of pressure.
Tornado.
And the Red Tornadoes recovered the fumble. He did fumble it. I knew it hit the ground. That was number 5 down there for the Seals, who kind of slid Kaiser, and he turns the ball over. The Red Tornadoes stay on offense now at their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Here they come again. Everybody coming.
But take a look at what we're doing.
And there you have McCracken on the recovery, on the receiving end of it. It's 1st down, Red Tornadoes.
But you see where he went.
Kaiser on the stop.
They're blitzing everybody up through the middle. We gave Marcus enough time just to turn around, and McCracken is right in the middle of the field where all the linebackers vacate it.
The freshman Lamb goes into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes. It's 2 freshmen now we've seen here in the last 3 plays on the field for the Red Tornadoes here. Again, they're a 25 senior-laden team when we got freshmen playing, so that tells you how good these guys are. So 1st and 10 now for the Red Tornadoes from the 47-yard line. Pulowski goes in motion, but it's going to go to Lamb. And Lamb will pick up about 1 yard on the play. Demetrius. Julius on the run.
Trying to kick off tackle that time, trying to catch the Seals blitzing up through the center. They've done that through this whole 2 series that the Tornadoes have had the ball.
Yeah.
Tornadoes trying to catch him running to the outside. Put somebody in motion. I think it was Pulowski that time was in motion. We just dropped Julius off tackle.
Clock continues to run at 8:10. The Red Tornadoes up 14-0. 8:10 in the 4th quarter of play. The Red Tornadoes on offense at the 47. It's 2nd down now, and probably just about 10. That was very little gain by Demetrius on that run.
Oh.
We're going to have a motion penalty on the Red Tornadoes. It'll bring up 2nd down and 15 now when they get done marking that off.
Marcus wasn't even behind center.
No, I was going to say, that might have been the quickest offside I've ever seen in my lifetime. He didn't even get all the way up there and they're offside. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
All right, 2nd and 15 or so, a little less than 15 for the Red Tornadoes as Pulowski brings the play in to the huddle. Again, a blitz, and it's Pulowski. And this time,
He
Pulowski
got to the outside.
corner.
He ran to the – good job, Pulowski.
Oh, nice play by Pulowski.
Yep.
My goodness, he absolutely runs over number 2 down there. He runs over Klein, hit him helmet to helmet, ran him over, and he almost picked up the first down. In fact, he may
you
have.
know what? I think he might have.
He may have a first down here where they.
They picked the ball up. So.
It's hard to tell where they plan it, but it's right along the Red Tornado side. I'll wait and see they get done stopping, but if he didn't get it, he's very close to it.
Nice run by Pulowski. Great call.
Okay, he didn't get it. They're going to put the ball down at the 45. He needs to get to about the 44. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. And then they're going to measure it.
But that time they caught, great call because they caught the Seals blitzing again to the inside, and Pulowski hits off tackle.
Okay, so they're going to measure this now. This is the strangest measurement stuff I've ever seen. I mean, so they're going to come all the way across field. I can't tell the ball at all where it is. They're standing right in front of it. Coach Chesney, in fact, is actually measuring it for them, I guess. And it's going to bring up 3rd down. They are a little bit short. In fact, now I think Coach Chesney might have nudged it over.
You think?
But it's close. Watch what happens when they put the ball down, how close this is. You'll see them when they place the ball that they're it's like a chain link away. Watch how close this thing is. Yeah, I mean, it's maybe 6 inches is all it is for the first down. So it's 3rd down and about 6 inches for the Red Tornadoes. They're in Seal territory now at the Seal 44-yard line as they come out on a big 3rd down play here. They need to keep this drive going and chew some clock. 7:48 remaining here in the ball game at the Silver Bowl. Oop. Quarterback sneak. I don't know if they're going to give him that or not.
I don't think he didn't. Nope.
He may not have gotten that. All right. Yeah, I don't think he did.
No, he didn't.
He might have lost a yard or a couple of inches on that one. So now it's a 4th down call. This will be an interesting call by the Red Tornadoes. Do you punt and put them as far back as you can, or do you try to go for it? That's an interesting call for Coach Brennan. I'm not sure.
I would.
He did.
4th and 1.
Now a yard now. It's almost a full yard now where they placed it down at. So we're going to go for it, it looks like. We're not going to kick it. Morose will bring that play in.
Now, my call would be to the outside. They've been pinching this whole second half. Selinsgrove has been containing the center, pinching into the center.
Okay, now they got to get up to the line and get going here. Look at how tight everybody is. Timeout. Penalty, you don't have
Penalty.
to. He jumped offside before the timeout. He jumped offside before the timeout.
That was so obvious.
They called timeout. He already had the penalty. He jumped off before a timeout was called, so I don't know what they're going to call here, but that's an offside penalty.
Oh,
no. You made a mistake there, guys. No way.
Not even
No
close.
way. All right, so it's now going to still 4th and 1. The Red Tornadoes now called a timeout, and they want to talk about it for a minute. But I'm not sure. I have to ask how that works because, he was offside, and the flag flew before the timeout.
Exactly.
And I'm not sure what the call is on it. Maybe I never saw that one before, but we'll get that one cleared up for next week. I'll ask some of my experts. But I thought that meant a penalty. I thought it was offside. So
I think at this point in time, I think Coach Brennan has now brought the punt team in.
It's 4th and 1. Yeah, that seems like
a wholesale change.
We'll see what happens. It's hard to tell because Washaleski's in the huddle, but he's the punter, so it's harder to tell.
I mean,
I'd punt.
6:54. So would I. You're on the 45-yard line.
They have not had that much success offensively, so I'd punt them and put them back. But then I'm not the head coach. But we are going to punt. Yes, we are going to punt. All right. So Washaleski go in punt formation. The Seals send Kaiser and Benner number 22. He's on the near side. Kaiser on the far side. And we let it rip on a nice bunt. A fair catch by Benner, and he called it back at the 11-yard line. So the Seals will take over 1st and 10 from the 11. He had some room to run there too. I'm surprised he called a very early fair catch there. So we got 6:47 remaining in the game. The Red Tornadoes lead the football game 14-0. The Seals will go on offense, and we'll see what they bring out here as they get ready to start.
Well, we'll see if the Tornadoes readjust. Now, you know, if I was coach on the Selinsgrove side, certainly I think at this point Lawver would be in the tailback position running the ball.
He's not. Reinhardt will go back into that tailback with Lawver in front. Pass play, and he gets it out to Kaiser out there. And Kaiser got a head of steam on him, and he'll pick up the first.
And the
He dropped
ball's
the
out.
ball. He dropped the ball again. And the Red Tornadoes have recovered.
There were 3 guys on top of him on Kaiser that time.
Oh, my goodness.
They
Kaiser's
just
got
ripped
a
the ball
cramp.
out.
Yep. Kaiser's had a cramp on and off now since that last touchdown pass. So he's been hurting now. He fumbled the kick or the punt.
Here it is.
And here you'll see him. He makes a nice play, turns upfield. Now he's going to get crunched here by a couple of guys. But at the end, right there,
McCollum's
pops the
helmet.
ball out of his arm.
Yep.
And it looks like it's 29 for the Red Tornadoes who recovered that ball. That's Kevin Demko recovered the fumble. Red Tornadoes on offense, 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. And here comes the Seals again. The Seals smashing the middle now with the linebackers. They're shooting the linebackers on almost every play, trying to stop the Red Tornadoes. Now, we pick up only about a couple of yards, but more importantly, it's 2nd and 8, but it's 6:20 and counting.
And you see Marcus. Marcus is taking his time out there now, and rightfully so. This is where the seasoned quarterback comes in. Waits until the very last minute to center that ball.
You look down this Selinsgrove lineup, though, and what scares you about them is they are predominantly a junior group.
Yes, they
Not
are.
many seniors on this team. And it's Demetrius again. And this time he's got some yardage. And this time and Demetrius. Hey, folks.
Did you see him cover up that ball with both arms? Going through the line of scrimmage and running down the field, picking up 15.
It's 1st and goal now from the 6-yard line for the Red Tornadoes. Boy, Demetrius he's had some great runs tonight. My goodness. Demetrius will stay as the lone back in the backfield behind Wasilewski. He's got 2 guys out to the short side of the field, which is left, and 1 guy out right. But it's Julius Demetrius again, and this time he's not going to go anywhere, and that's going to be, again, number 90, Spencer Myers, really doing the damage there. Myers having a good defensive effort for the Seals along. Looks like 52 also helped out down there. He was in very quickly, and that is Adam Heinzelman. So a good defensive play by the Seals, and it brings up a 2nd down and 6 as it's right at the same spot that it was to start. We are now under 5 minutes to play at 4:54 and counting here.
Quinn McCracken in number 89. Going to the tight end position.
Pulowski. This time Pulowski, I don't know how Pulowski got through that crowd there.
It looked like he tiptoed. He actually stopped and stepped over a few people.
35 down on the stop for them. That's Josh Moore as he stops.
I'm trying to see. The ball looks like it's exactly on the 5-yard
line. So it's 3rd and goal now from the 5 for the Red Tornadoes, who are not as interested as getting into the end zone as they are as wiping off more time on the clock, I think, right now.
Well, let's put it this way. You're eating time off the clock, and even if you don't score, the Seals have a long way to go before they can cross over the goal line. So
we're under 4 minutes to play here in the ball game here. Again, exact same lineup. We've not changed the way we've done this, but again, it's Demetrius, and he pulls his way down to the 1-yard line.
Tough. Tough run. Did you see him reach out there in the very last
What a
second?
play. I'll tell you what,
Yep.
he's one of the stories of this game is that running game from the Red Tornadoes as Julius Demetrius is just showing you how to run the ball right now. So it's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 1-yard line for the Red Tornadoes.
Run Demetrius to the outside. Give him some room to run. Let him score.
The rain has all but let up now, folks. We had some good rain there for a little while, but it looks like it has all but stopped here. So, again, a 1-back. Remember, we go into the power back all the time down there. We go into a 1-back offense here, which is amazing. And we say to Julius, and he does not get in. He did not get into the ball. Number 2, Justin Klein grabbed a hold of him and held him out. So we turned the ball over on the 1-yard line. And the Seals have 99 yards to go for the score with 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Really, that's not a bad thing.
I said they were
this point,
just as interested as taking time off as they were getting into the end zone with a 14-point lead.
Now you have their quarterback blocked, stacked up in their end zone. See what the defense can do here.
All right, Seals getting lined up in a split backfield now, which normally means a pass. We had a movement there. Now this penalty means nothing because you can only move it a half a yard. Lawver stepped out a little bit early.
I think the two halfback, the two of them did.
It's sort of a half a yard.
What surprises me though is that they're going back to pass on this play.
Yes, they are. I said that split backfield means that he's gonna roll and pass. Yep. Well, again, what are your choices now? I mean, you're not gonna. This is the worst case scenario to be where you are right now anyway. Back to pass he goes.
Nope, ball's up in the air.
Ball's loose there. Yeah. He was blocked at the line of scrimmage.
I'm trying to say, I think
it might have been McCullum. It might have been McCullum. And now flag.
Flag, yes, very good. That's all we don't need.
That's going to be an unsportsmanlike on somebody. I don't know who. Now, if it's against the Seals, it won't make any difference because it's about a quarter of a yard. If it's against us, it's a big penalty. It's against them. So an unsportsmanlike, but you can't move the ball any further back than it is. That's the shortest unsportsmanlike penalty in history. It's about a quarter of a yard.
three inches.
They're the kind of unsportsmanlike you can take. And that didn't hurt at all. 2:58 here in the game. Red Tornadoes up 14-0. And the Seals are now second down and literally from about 6 inches from their own goal line where they're going to snap the ball. You couldn't get any closer to the goal line and not be in it. Briggs goes back to pass. He's being chased in there by going to go incomplete. Nice play by Clovis actually down there, and Kovaleski on the coverage. So it goes incomplete. Now it's third down. And I'll tell you what, if they have to kick, this is going to be a real short snap to kick because you can't get any closer to the end zone than you are.
He's going to be back only 9 yards because, again, you don't want to step out of that end zone.
So it's third down and about 11 because he said you couldn't get any closer to the end zone if you tried. Again, a split backfield. Now it's Lawver and Troutman back in the game. And they give it to Troutman, and all they want to do is try to gain some yardage. And Troutman, a lot of extra effort there by big number 9, and he takes him all the way out to the 6. That was a lot of. I thought he had him down, but a lot of extra effort by Troutman, and he at least gives them some breathing room to punt because they're gonna. I don't know how they wouldn't punt here. It's fourth down. You can't afford not to now, even though you want the timing's tough. But I can't imagine they're gonna. They're going to. They're gonna go for it. I mean, Briggs comes back into the ball game. He goes into the they're going to go for it. It's fourth down and about 4 to go. They go into an I formation, and Reinhardt, being the smaller of the back, is in the I formation. They go in motion.
They're drag him across.
And Reinhardt, and Reinhardt's going to pick the first down up and then some. A nice play A good, solid tackle in there by number 82 for the Red Tornadoes. That's T.J. Hiroman. But they get the first down, and they get second life here. There's a minute 56. It's not much life, but
No,
it's second life here for the Seals, as the Red Tornadoes have played a whale of a football game here tonight and are a minute 52 away from a big win. There's an official timeout on the field for a dry ball here. Again, the field in great condition, but the grass very wet.
Grass is wet, and
you can see it glistening in
it is still raining.
The light. Yeah, there's a slight drizzle still going on here. All right, now he's in the shotgun. Nice snap, and that's where the problems have been in this. Oh,
No.
nice play by Kovaleski. That's as good as it gets. That's as good as
Great.
it gets, folks, when you're going to defend
Oof.
Matt Kovaleski, the senior.
Matty, nice play, boy. He waited till the last minute, came right down. He didn't go over the top either. He came in through the side and knocked the ball down.
Minute 48 remaining here now. Second down and 10 for the Seals. We're back in the shotgun now. He has everybody out to his left side in the formation. There he's got a guy in space there. That's Reinhardt. And again, Hiroman on a nice tackle. It's a first down for the Seals.
He's
the
coming
clock,
out of
unfortunately,
Reinhardt's.
continues to run.
Yeah, Reinhardt's just coming out of the backfield that time. The clock stops until the chains are set. Minute and 40 seconds left.
This time
60.
he's going. He's going to have some help down there from, looks like Demetrius.
Trying to see who.
Looks like it's Julius Demetrius coming out of that. It is.
Yep.
And he's on defense here and makes the stop along with Demko.
Playing that corner position.
Now they're going to say that he went out of bounds, so it's going to be second down and about 11. But the clock stopped because he went out of bounds. At least they think he did because the clock is still stopped, so I'm going to say that he did. So to bring up a second down and 11, here we go. And now he goes back under center now for this snap. And a rollout. Nice play that time. A nice rollout, but again, he throws a little bit too high. Klokas had good coverage on the receiver, and he was trying to hit number 15 down there, Tyler Doak. So it's 3rd and 11 now. The incomplete passes means that it's very little time off the clock. Now a minute 23 remaining.
Tornadoes are only backing an umbrella defense. They're just protecting deep.
Yeah.
You know, covering very well underneath, though. I have to say that much. They're protecting underneath, but just making sure that nobody gets back behind the defense.
And he rolls out. He's got his man, but too high. That time he had him wide open, but he was too high. He was trying to hit Drew Coons, but Coons couldn't get that high up. So it's 4th down and 11 now for the Seals with a minute 18 remaining. They trailed in this football game 14-0. All right, in the shotgun on this 4th down call. He's going to look inside, and he gets Doak. And he'll go into that shotgun formation now. And he's getting some good pass coverage. And again, he finds a man out of the backfield. That's Benner. and Kovaleski runs Benner out of bounds. They're in Red Tornado territory now. They ran him out of bounds about the 46-yard line.
But I tell you what, I'm impressed the way the Tornadoes are playing this umbrella defense. Years past we've seen Chichester would be one.
Let's not even talk about Chichester.
Somebody get behind. In this umbrella defense, they're keeping everybody in front. Pass is caught, but we're coming up and making some good solid tackles.
Okay, Briggs again out of that shotgun. Low snap, but he handles it well. He gets inside, looks downfield, and ooh. Nice play. Broken up by Demko down there, trying to hit Klein. So it'll bring up third down. It's third down at about 1, actually. We have 51 seconds left in the ball game here. Again, very little pressure from the Reds. Oh, intercepted. Right at Morgan. Morgan intercepts the ball, and Morgan will take it out of bounds at the 33-yard line of the Red Tornadoes, and this game's over, folks. A nice interception by Morgan to end the football game as the Red Tornadoes will go on offense with 42 seconds left. What a play.
All coach is going to say is put your knee down and let's get out of here with the win, 14-0. Great game.
Absolutely great game for the Red Tornadoes. Really looked impressive on both sides of the ball.
Yes, they did.
Just a fine performance by everybody. Again, a senior-laden team. Came in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Came in and had something to prove. Talked about that a little bit last night at Supper Club. They were loose. It was interesting how loose they were. It was interesting how calm he was, as I said before. And I said maybe they were, portents of what was to come here because, again, Marcus will take the knee and time will run out, 38 and counting now in the ball game. The Red Tornadoes will not have to snap the ball if he doesn't set it. He's taking his time. Okay, they will have to snap it one more time. Steck still, you can see Steck back there still stretching his leg. He still has a cramp in his leg.
He's going to be hurting until Wednesday, Thursday. That thing is
last 7 or 8 minutes with a cramp in his leg. So Marcus will come up and we'll take one more kneel down here. And that'll be the game, and he gets it, and that is the game. Marcus holds the ball up, and the Red Tornadoes have served notice to the Heartland Conference that they are happy to be here as they have defeated the Seals for the first time in some time. In fact, maybe the first time in 5 years, I think it might be, that we have beaten the Seals. We've done it here at home. We've opened the Heartland Conference with a win, did everything we wanted to do and then some, and had a great all-around football game. And I just can't say enough good things about what happened out there tonight, both offensively and defensively. Again, and we had some opening night jitters, did a couple things, we probably didn't want to do later on.
But not as bad as in previous years.
No,
the kids really seem to be in tune to what needs to be done. They came out right from the kickoff and played on the upbeat. Did not let down. Third quarter, maybe coming in from halftime, you get a little stiff and everything else, and Selinsgrove moved the ball a little bit in that the beginning of the third quarter, but other than that, the Tornadoes, I thought, just played an outstanding game, like you said, both offensively and defensively.
All right, we're going to have Jose with the stats in a moment as soon as he gets them all compiled here. But the Red Tornadoes shaking hand, and you can see how happy they are. And again, I said this is a senior group that had something to prove and said that to themselves going into this league. Again, a lot of new teams are going to see, a lot of new stadiums that we're going to be in and out of. So it's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be a great year, I think. I think this league is truly the best thing that's happened to us. I've said that several times tonight, and I'll continue to repeat that. I was very happy to know we were in the league. And I don't know how the rest of the league is going to feel about that, the way things are going so far. But we'll see that, coming down. Again, the Seals, first game. And again, we've heard this from other teams. We've heard this whisper all the time. If you're going to beat the Seals, beat them early.
Yes. And
this may be a case of that. I'll be truthful with you. From taking a look at Troutman and Lauber, I don't know why that tandem didn't stay in the backfield. I really don't. I'm not sure. I mean, there's probably a good reason, and I don't know what it is. But they were truly successful, and that was where they beat us last year. You know, they kept pounding and pounding, and then we got softened up a little bit. We were always watching for them. Decker took the ball game from us. And we played a great ball game there last year and came out on the losing end of it anyway. This year, we see them in there now. I'm not taking anything from Reinhardt. I mean, Reinhardt may be a great back, but certainly when Lauver and Troutman went in there, the two big guys, they're 214 and 228. We had trouble, you know, handling them, which I can understand. But they only did that a couple of times, and it was over. So I'm not, you know, again, you never know. What, you know, there's got to be some good reason, I'm sure, that one of them couldn't play or couldn't go in or whatever. But I think that was really one of the keys. And I have to say that we look, and I said this going in, and I know I take my hat off, and I want to say to Tony Chickatano. Tony Chickatano's weight program, Tony Chickatano's conditioning program, really, I mean, he was there every day. I mean, he was there every day with these kids. I saw these kids run the Willow Street Hill. I went down and watched. And I'll tell you what, I mean, I had to stop just watching them because I got too tired. I mean,
did you really?
You know how hard that
sitting in the air-conditioned truck?
I drive up the hill. I stop at the alley and take a rest when I'm driving, and then I finish it up. But I mean, they're running this hill. I thought, oh my goodness, what kind of conditioning are we in? All lifting weights the whole year. I mean, they really dedicated themselves. And now, against a team that's strong, I mean, they're big and strong. They always are. That's their hallmark. We handled the line of scrimmage. And that, I think, more than anything else. I mean, we know what Marcus can do. We know he had great receivers. We had some speed. You know, Julius, a little bit of an unknown. We didn't see Julius much last year, so we're not sure. Obviously, he's not an unknown anymore. He ran extremely well tonight.
Great job. Pulowski did a great job. Kovaleski stepped it up when he needed to. You know, the Demkos, both of them played.
Both of them had great games.
Had great games. And
Kovaleski, I go back to Kovaleski. How many times is he in the right spot?
Yes.
You know, I mean, come on.
You know, and then you got Steck in the line and Goins. You know, I mean, they just an outstanding job. It was a great team effort. It was really good to see the team play as well as they did on the first night.
All right, first for Selinsgrove, 32 rushes for 101. Tremendous improvement in run defense for Mount Carmel against one solid football team with a terrific offensive line. They were 7 of 18 passing for 98 yards. Total offense 199 and 9 first downs. A tremendous effort by Big Red defense. On offense, 33 rushes for 106. Where I think we put the game away was the second half where Marcus Wasilewski completed 5 consecutive passes, ended up 4 of 23 for 147 to 8 different receivers. And I think when we talked about this in the offseason, we talked about our strength at receiver and that they weren't going to be able to double Matty Morose and they were going to have to be conscious of everybody. And as it turned out,
wait, what was it? What's the completion rate again?
He had 14 for 23.
14. I'm sorry. I thought I said 4 of 20, and I thought you said 8 different receivers.
No. 14 of 23 for 147 to 8 different receivers. Justin Pulowski, 2 for 33. Julius Demetrius, 1 for 8. Colin Menapace, 1 for 14. Dave DeMarco, 1 for 5. Jared Morgan, 2 for 33. Matty Morose, 4 for 33. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back. Jared Morgan, 2 for 9. Matty Kovaleski, 1 for 33, including the touchdown. And Quinn McCracken, 1 for 22. On a rushing side, good balance. Justin Pulowski, 10 for 53, and Julius Demetrius, 16 for 59. Tremendous team effort tonight. I think Mike's got to be really happy, and I think Mount Carmel has put themselves in position to be recognized now, and people are going to have to take notice.
Well, I was laughing here. I was telling to Wayne as we ended the game. Last night when we were sitting at Supper Club, I said Mike was the calmest you and I might have ever seen him.
You're right. He really was.
It was weird.
You know, I think he has a quiet confidence about this team. I think he knows that the seniors have worked so hard and the experience, and they're going to get great contribution from the underclassmen. And I guess he was just a little bit apprehensive knowing what they were going to do under fire. And I think they did tonight everything that they knew they could do and did it with conviction and just totally proud of this football team.
You think defensively in that first quarter when Selinsgrove was in the red zone and Tornado stopped them, that was a big boost, I think, defensively anyway, that those kids finally realized we can do what we want on defense with this Selinsgrove team and win this game.
You're absolutely right, Wayne. I think it was a big confidence boost. And the thing that I noticed, if you go back last year and the year before, what we'd say after the game is, oh, we had him in the backfield, we had him out in the flat, we had him there, but we let him go. I thought one missed tackle tonight that was obvious, but other than that, I think we did a tremendous job in wrapping up, and I think if they build on this, they can really be a team to be reckoned with.
Well, I'll be truthful with you. I'm not going to lie about it. I told you before the game I was very concerned that they were going to run over us that way again. And for a while, when they put the two guy, when Troutman and Lawver were in there, they actually were doing fairly well. Now, I'm not sure why they didn't stay in or what the whole point of that was, but in the end, they were never going to win the game on the ground. That wasn't going to happen, and I'm pleasantly surprised that way. And the other real surprise, and again, only because I haven't seen him for a while, see him run as much, was Demetrius. Julius Demetrius, I think, had a great football game.
2. Yeah. No, Kevin 2, DeMarco 1.
I don't think Jose's listening to you.
Tell Chuck Sauter to get his tell Chuck he has to get his own or he has to pay us, one or the other. He can't get his own stats from us without giving us money.
Yeah, I know.
But I've said about Julius, I think he had a breakout football game. We didn't see him much last year, enough to see him really run, but I think he showed us he's about as hard-nosed a runner as we've ever had.
No, he can really carry the football, Warren, and I think it was just a matter of waiting for him to break out. And 16 for 59. 16 carries, no fumbles, and it's one of the concerns that they've had about him. But he ran with conviction, he ran with power, he ran with strength, and I think Justin Pulowski just mixes it up. And you didn't see Myrick Lamb yet, and you didn't see Eddie Stewart coming in yet. You didn't see some other people. And I think we're going to have a whole lot of weapons on offense that are going to really keep this team balanced. But defensively is the way you win championships. And with that big goose egg on the board, now we're 5-8 with Selinsgrove.
Right.
Slopped a 5-year, 5-year consecutive losing streak.
Yep.
And I think it's just tremendous. And, a lot of people talk about, well, we were going to be better off to play them early. And I really think that was the case tonight, especially considering the turnover with the coach, Bill Scott leaving and Mr. Hess taking over, but Bowman being a new offense, running the offense differently. And I think the most noticeable thing tonight was they didn't have the mobility at quarterback that they had last year with Deckard, who was really something that we had a hard time dealing with.
Yeah.
And he was more stuck in the pocket, and we were able to handle that well.
Yeah.
And I think Selinsgrove's going to be a good football team.
Oh, yeah. We also said that. Don't count Selinsgrove out by any means. Their first game, if you want to get them, the whisper was get them early.
Yeah.
And I think we did that here. I don't want to play them again, that's for sure.
No.
I don't want ever to see them again this year. So
the other thing we have to really notice, and it's Wednesday night now as we're talking, but Shamokin's going to be a team to be reckoned with too this year.
Absolutely.
And I think these guys all know that it's one at a time, and that's all they talked about after the game was one at a time. And they're not going to let this go to their heads, and I think they're going to play solid football and take each game for what it's worth and then let the cards fall where they may after that. But right now, the focus, the senior leadership, everything right here is what we expected, and I'm really proud of them tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to close this thing out real quick. You did mention because of a quirk in scheduling and the new schedule with the Heartland Conference, we go to Shamokin 2 times in a row. So we got to go down to Kemp. And I don't care if they're only playing 5 guys on the line down there, on the one side of the ball. Kemp is still a tough place to win a football game. So I look forward to a great game. I'll see you tomorrow night, everybody, at Supper Club again, 6:15 in the back room at Tucci's. Hear about the Indian game coming up and everything that went on here tonight from the coaching perspective, because it's usually different than my perspective.
Oh, definitely.
So we look forward to that. And again, everybody, want to thank you. This has been a presentation of WKMC TV. We will see you next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Take care.